Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, January 7, 2023. Today may present you with opportunities to relax or unwind emotionally, and letting go of frustrations and tensions can be therapeutic. You're more inclined to recognize and appreciate the positive, beautiful, and magical side of people and situations. In particular, you see certain past matters in a more meaningful way. Your faith in yourself and others can help you attract good experiences to you. You might also come across practical knowledge that you can put to good use. You're sorting out your priorities and doing some inner work in the process. In the meantime, Luna will touch down on your security-seeking second house of comfort, money, and self-worth today, bringing emphasis and clarity to themes surrounding your emotional stability. Are you happy? Single or already taken, this is an opportunity for you to reflect on your core values and sensual desires, whether or not you feel comfortable talking about it with your lover. A change in perspective could be underway as the Uranus retrograde Neptune sextile continues to unfold. You might be feeling more hopeful about your finances, paycheck, and how your work values you as an employee thanks to the sextile. As this continues, the moon is in your sign, illuminating your sector of self. You could feel a little self-conscious at work, especially if you brandish a particularly unique style or attitude. However, the sextile can support a more positive professional outlook that offsets any potential insecurities from the lunation. It will be clear from the start that something has shifted, with the moon's return for its first visit to your income sector for the year putting it straight into an alignment with lucky Jupiter. This is a chance to get an early read on the planet of luck and expansion's return last week and of his new sense of what's possible. You are enjoying harmonious relations with family and friends. Take time for shared activities, they will give you great pleasure. Occasions like this let you see what kind of person you are and the role you play amongst family and friends. What could be better than to find yourself in the company of others? Someone is acting very strangely, and for once it isn't you. Try not to give them the attention they're seeking, because that would drive them to new heights of insanity, which are disturbing, if not fun, to watch. Don't let how you're feeling pass you by, instead voice your romantic wishes, and tell others what you're willing to give and what is expected in return. Go out and make yourself noticed, be courageous. Find the person who is right for you and discover how you might begin to share wonderful times with another. You need plenty of room to run now. Bottling up your energy will result in some fireworks you might want to save for later next year. The subtle, mounting stress of your lifestyle, the diversions from regular diet and upset in sleep schedule are things we all experience. You tend to be particularly affected. You are responsible for your emotions, no matter what. Eat tons of garlic and take long runs or walks to burn off excess energy. Make the time to go out and enjoy life on a grand scale. You need to be able to stop every once in a while, and to take care of yourself. With a day like this, you might want to make sure to give equal footing to both the large matters and small details in your life. Spending too much time focused on just one part of the picture distorts your image of the rest of it. A break from it all can bring clarity. Go have some fun. It is just as Mars moves into his final 7 days in retrograde motion in Gemini and as he is slowing ahead of his turnaround next week, that the moon wraps up its first visit for the year. This leaves you emotionally and intuitively engaged as Mars puts the brakes on, allowing you to see past a sense that the new year is stalled and the U-turn ahead. It is then that the moon will not only return to your income sector but to begin the lead up to the first full moon of 2023, something that will energize both sides of the financial fence. Just 3 days after her return to an adventurous part of your chart and into her mission to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together, Venus gets a serious boost when she moves into a friendly aspect to the dwarf planet Ceres in your romantic sector. There is rarely any planetary activity on the romantic front at this time of year, with the planet of love knowing exactly how to harness this. Daily Planetary Overview. The Capricorn Sun connects with Uranus in Taurus this morning. When these two planets align, it allows us to lean into our innermost true and unique vibe. We can be ourselves today without any pushback from friends, family, or co-workers. In fact, living one's best life means embracing all of the parts of oneself, which we will be freely sharing with others today instead of hiding who we truly are. The Pisces moon and Mars in Cancer square off today. When the moon squares Mars, it can bring intense arguments to the fore. This energy can directly affect relationships and home life. Be careful not to listen to people who don't have your best interests at heart. And don't take advice from someone who doesn't know the full story. They might push you into saying things that aren't necessarily kind and don't hold any weight in the discussion. Although we might want to argue until the bitter end, and get in the last word, it would be inadvisable. More often than not, it doesn't matter who wins. Be the bigger person, and stop the drama from reaching that point by walking away or apologizing. In many cases where arguments occur, no one is right or wrong. Therefore, it's important to regain peace and understanding, so you can work and evolve together as a functional unit. In centering conversations around our own experiences, we can come off as showboat. We are entirely naive to this, unable to see ourselves realistically and believing that we are making friends when we are really attracting people who want to see us knocked off our pedestal. We should be mindful of how we are presenting ourselves as well as the company we are keeping. Perhaps it will be better to put off new introductions until later in the morning, as the moon enters its void following this aspect. We only get one chance to make a first impression, so we might as well hedge our bets. The same attitude that enables us to tackle tedious mundane duties can also make us critical of others' choices or predispositions. Aim to stay on your own path and let others live their lives. You'll save more energy this way. This aspect celebrates innovation and progress. We desire to break free from limitations and carve a new niche for ourselves. Change isn't disturbing, it's exciting. Acting upon revolutionary impulses and ideas allows us to make greater strides in our life than we would by sticking to convention. Because this cosmic meeting is occurring in steady Earth signs, we probably won't throw all caution to the wind. However, we will assess the resources at our disposal and imagine how to use them differently. Don't be afraid to try a completely new approach to tackle a persistent issue. If your method doesn't work, it doesn't work. We are offered divine protection now, so should we make an error or a misstep, the recovery will be swift, and the lessons learned will be invaluable.